Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another fan-submitted replay. It's been a while since we had one of these, and to be honest, it's all your fault because you're not sending in replays, and you really should be, because I love watching fan replays. I love casting them. They're awesome, especially the awesome ones. So yeah, definitely do send in more of them. I've got this one. I've got another one. It was sent in from another fan, I think about a week ago. So I'm going to be casting that tomorrow or the next day, one or the other. But yeah, let's have a look. So let's introduce the players first of all. Down the bottom left side, we do have Mr. Kottplockarn. Oh god, oh man, I do not know how to say that name. I think the O is like Kottplockarn. Kottplockarn. I think that's as close as I'm going to get. I have no idea how to speak. I'm not even sure. It sounds German, but it could be a bunch of other languages from around Europe. I'm not an expert on European languages at all, so we're just going to be calling him Cotty or Mr. Plock or I don't know, Arnie maybe. I don't know. But he is a Zerg player, and he is going for a 15 pull into hatch. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And this damn probe, man. That is a... Oh, just manages to get the pylon down. What an annoying play there. But it is going to go up, and Paddy may cancel it, but Paddy may not. And speaking of the other player, it is none other than Paddy, our blue Protoss player. If you have been watching the Art of Warfare in-house tournament, you will know all about Paddy. He is a very, very high-level player. He's played some very impressive games in the Art of Warfare in-house tournament, and yeah, he has sent me this replay, which he tells me is absolutely amazing. So we're going to be checking it out, seeing how good it is. Oh, I remember this map. This is the map with the giant curvy wall thing, which is protecting something from something else. I don't know, but it's got the second or third base depending on how you go for it. And it is completely walled off, so you can only get into this one through the main area. And yeah, that is really insane, because it means that players who would not normally expand very early in the game could safely expand to this other location. You can't even get there with Reapers, but you'd have to go up the edge of this one and then over there with Reapers, which you could probably do without being seen, depending on what your opponent is doing. But still, it's a bit dicey, so you really... early Oracle pressure from Paddy, say, would be able to do absolutely insane work over here. Just, man, go in there, just start oracling, all that sort of crap. It's just really crazy. So, yeah, beautiful stuff. Both players have their expansion down. Mr. Cott is going for a third base, and that is pretty good. We got to find something different for Mr. Cott. It doesn't work. Plocky. I don't know. I'm not sold on it yet. We'll have to come back to that. And so yes, we do have a third base coming down from the Zerg player over here, Mr. Zergy, and yeah, he's going to be looking to macro out quite heavily. He's currently a bit behind because Paddy's got his expansion so early and has been chrono boosting out workers constantly. So his economy is going to be very alright. We do have a pylon coming down here. I'm not really sure why. He's probably watching to make sure these rocks don't go down or something. But does he know? He does know which direction Mr. Plocky is. And yeah, Plocky over there does have up to 28 workers, so he's macroing heavily. Both players macroing heavily at the moment. And I don't think either player is really worried about getting hit hard by the other player. We do have a robo facility coming down for Paddy. No Stargate, and he's getting a Twilight Council, so looks like it's going to be heavy ground play for him during this battle. We do have a bunch of Lings with speed coming out. They are going to own this probe, and that probe is just like, son of a bitch. But it does eventually go down, and I don't know if this is completely blocked off. It looks like there's a gap here. Maybe a gap in this diagonal, I just do not know, but the Ling's going to be attacking another probe. Paddy, I think, was going for a base, maybe a third base over there, or yeah, who knows what. But the Lings are going to stay outside for now. They're probably guessing there's a cannon over here, and this is just a maze. I'm not sure if this area is blocked off, this little gap between these two buildings. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Oh, I can actually see my mouse cursor. I'm looking at XSplits, and some games hide the mouse cursor. but for Starcraft, not one of them. So very, very nice. We do have a Dark Shrine. Not building it out the front, which I thought he was for a sec, so very, very smart. Actually building it over here, man. Hiding all of his tech, going for the Robo Facility, and hiding the Twilight Council away. Very, very, very smart here. And, yeah, Mr. Plocky is going to be, not going to be seeing that for now. He's not going to be expecting DTs at all. He's getting hidden over here, and yes, he has no idea about those buildings over there, so very, very, very nice play. And we will see a bunch of DTs coming in fairly soon. Oh, these guys are getting hit. There's 2 cannons, so they can't even possibly run through and just one of the lings survive. They would both get killed if they tried it. And they maybe saw what was up here, which would have been 4 gateways with a 5th on the way, as well as a Robo Facility warping out something. They probably assume it's an Immortal, but it is actually a Warp Prism. And a Warp Prism is the most dangerous unit in the entire game right now. But... oh... Mr. Probe getting constantly hit by the Zealots, man. Get a Zealot out and just start owning those guys, because really it's just been long enough right now. It's just been long enough. Although, look at these Overlords over there. Will they be able to see the Warp Prism? I don't know. The edge of the vision up here, I think is just going to miss it, actually. Here we go, trying to build a base there. It goes down, and these Lings have no hope of doing it. Is it going to happen? Oh, yes, the Zerg player sees the Warp Prism ducks out of the way. And if Mr. Plocky was on the ball, he will have seen that. There we go. We're going to be warping in. Thingamy-bob right here. A couple of DTs. What do we have for units? No Overseers. Do we have a Lair? It's still morphing in. Oh, man. Man. Kottplockarn is in a lot of trouble right now. He's got no way of detecting the DTs. DTs choosing not to follow the workers, actually. They're going for a base over here. Warping in a couple more DTs, though. That is a great play right there. And the Warp Prism may go down, but the DTs... they're going for the Lair right now, but it's a bit too late. There's already an Overseer being morphed out. And a bunch of Spore Callers at the 3rd base. And the DTs, man, just no good targets for them. The workers have all moved to the 3rd base where there are a bunch of Spores over there. So not really much being done here. He's lost all 3 DTs. He got a few workers. And he's obviously not happy with the way that worked out. Although he's still got a DT, man, going for the Evo Chamber. Oh, this would be nice if he takes this out. But I don't know if he's going to be able to. Yeah, the DT was just on attack move, so got pulled away into the Roach. Is not just good. It's not good. And this DT just making a run for it, man. Didn't even get any kills, man. What a bloody coward this guy is. So, yeah, there we go. A couple more DTs in here, though. Paddy may be thinking about moving out with a fixed force. Or no, it looks like he's just moving in a couple of Archons. Going into Archon Tech, getting the Zealot legs, getting some Immortals. So obviously his days of DTs are over, except when it comes to building Archons. We have a look at the upgrades. He's got 1 weapons. Mr. Kottplockarn has got 1 weapons and 1 armor for his ranged units. So Roaches, as far as he's concerned, are very, very awesome. He's got 14 so far, but 14 is not a massive army when you are facing Archons. So, and especially not when you're facing Immortals. So right now, both players pretty much matched up. Mr. Kottplockarn going for a bit more workers right there, so he's doing a fairly good job, keeping a little bit ahead of the Protoss player, which is always where you should be in terms of the worker count. Going to be sending in a bunch of changelings, but these guys will probably just fall over and die before they get to the Protoss base. Yeah, Hydra's coming out for Mr. Kottplockarn, so getting 2-2 on the way, and is going to be getting a ton of Roach Hydra play coming on. And Paddy really needs to start getting either some Colossus or some Storms to deal with those massive amount of Hydras. And Archons maybe work. If you've got a lot of Archons and you've got them in force, you can kind of deal with Hydras. But you've got to get them in the right position as well. And them being hidden behind Roaches is not the right position. So by the time your Immortals finish dealing with the Roaches, half of your army is dead from the Hydra fire. And it's just absolutely horrible. So here we go. Mr. Kottplockarn coming in with the major force. He's got 16 Roaches, 8 Hydras. So a nice little bit of damage he's going to be able to do here. And the question is he going to be checking out this 4th base first, or is he going to go straight for the 3rd? I don't know. It looks like he is going for the 4th, and this is going to be a nice pickup. Probably will result in a cancelled base from Paddy. I don't see any way how he can kind of defend it. He may leave it up a little bit just to get a good flank position on Kottplockarn while he is attacking this base. But in the end, he will have to cancel it. And there we go, cancels instantaneously. So not going to try and do the flank on that army, which probably a good idea because he had reinforcements coming up. But so far, Kottplockarn doing a really, really good job getting a ton of stuff going on. And Paddy is just pumping up the Archons. He's going for level 3 weapons, so level 2 already out on the field. But Mr. Kott has 2-2 already. He's got 2-1, but 2 armor is just about to finish. So he's looking a little bit dicey. I think Kott's income is really taken off here. I mean, Paddy's income is about the same, but he's just hasn't got as many units. I mean, look at his army size. He's 114 over 72. Inco-wise, he's getting a ton of income. He's getting a ton of guys. He's just building expensive units. And his Archons are so expensive, they don't take up much of the unit cap. So, yeah, that is why his units, his army size is just so lower. But 30 supply, we will see if a bunch of Archons can overcome that deficit. I have a feeling they possibly can. Oh, the base is coming up again. And will Paddy go for the flank this time? It looks like, yes, he is going for the flank. He is going to be taking these Hydras in the backside. That is a great play. You see the Hydras trying to get behind the Roaches, doing a half okay job of it, but the Archons are moving in, are having a crack. The Immortals trying to get the bead on some Roaches, doing a fairly good job, but Paddy is got the is getting concaved all over the place, and his Archons never in quite the best position. There was some out the front that got owned pretty fast, and some up the back that just weren't in range, and yeah, they got hit quite badly there. And now the Immortals being run around, the Roaches going down quite quickly to the Immortal hits. And the Archons trying to singe some Hydras in the arse, but not quite doing it. And Paddy, man, either he can keep going with his immortal Archon tech, or he can bite the bullet and just start building Colossus. And I would not say that Colossus is a bad idea. I mean, there we go. There's the Robotics Bay right now, putting on down, going on down. And Mr. Kott trying to think about going for that base once again, but there's no more Nexus going down there. Paddy choosing not to go for it, which is not a terrible idea at all, but here he goes. Going to be having a go here. The Archon's getting a little bit out of position. One dies instantly to mass Roach hits. And yeah, I mean, I really don't know. I really don't know if Paddy can hold off this many forces at this point in the game. I mean, this army is huge, and they've got the upgrades as well. They got 2-2, 3-3 on the way. Pylon going down. I don't think Paddy can hold off against this. I think he needs more time to build up a better army. I think Kott could just go in there and just absolutely annihilate him, but Kott is waiting for something. We do have High Templars coming out. We do have Storm researched. So Paddy, in the midst of all that, has managed to get Storm researched. He's got a couple of High Templars, and I feel like this could be big right here. If he gets the perfect Storms off, it could be quite huge. Here he goes. He's going to try and flank the side of this army, getting some beautiful Storms off. Or one beautiful Storm anyway. The Zealots getting right in, and that is really, really great. Getting the Zealots in close range. They do a ton of damage. The Roaches burrowing out, popping up the backside, going to be sniping some Immortals right there. But the Zealots going nuts here, absolutely nuts, and doing a fantastic job. And these Immortals, man, they're lasting so long, killing so many Roaches. And I really feel like the Zealots were the MVPs of that battle. They got right in close there. Do we have Zealot legs? We do. So the Zealots got in nice and close, and they just killed so much. We got one kill here. We got one kill here. Alright, so I'm looking at the wrong Zealots. The ones who killed everything apparently died, but they did a great job of tanking everything anyway. And here we go. Viper coming out, probably hoping to yank some Archons all over the way. Just play a bit of dodgeball with some big blue Archons, but not going to happen. And some annoying little Lings popping out of the ground, hitting stuff all over the place. Mr. Kott, however, is going for his 5th base. He's had his 4th base up for a little while, not really mining off it yet. And Paddy has lost quite a few workers there, so he's going to have to rebuild those up. But he's got 3 of those coming out, and he's actually going for a 5th base as well, man. He's going absolutely ballsy, getting that 5th base up. I suppose it can work because, I mean, Kott will not expect it. He's spending too much effort trying to kill this 4th base. He's not going to have any idea there's a 5th base coming down, so... Paddy, man, this single Roach with a single kill, oh, just gets annihilated right there. And Paddy finally building some Colossus, and finally going to be getting into this game in a major way, because he's kind of been holding back the Zerg army quite a bit. It's kind of been on the defense, sort of holding back against Kott's major Roach Hydra incursion. But now with Colossus, he can start to get out there a little bit. He can start to be the pressure builder instead of just soaking up the pressure himself. But a bunch of Roach Hydra coming out, thinking about moving in. They're thinking about it. And these guys, I've only got 3 weapons and 1 armor, so I think he's only had 1 forge or something like that, which is a bit unfortunate. But Here we go, the main force. They're thinking about the 4th base, and now that Paddy has Colossus, the flank would be oh so much better, man. They'd just be awesome. He's not prepared though. The Archons are not at the front, and the Colossus instantly getting yanked out. What a play by Kott, and he runs away. He gets a bit of storm damage there, but not a lot. And now, having taken out that Colossus, he's going to go straight for the 4th base. Paddy is going to be chasing him in, and the Zealots once again going in. The Colossus going in as well. It's on the high ground, but it's a bit out of position there. Going up the steps, it should be remaining behind the army, but didn't quite happen. And now, Kott with the concave, doing a fantastic job, and everything just getting wiped out. I feel like more Zealots being warped in though, and that could turn the tide right here. Just by a little bit, the Zealots just doing a crazy amount of damage once they get in close, and especially against these low tier units like Roaches and Hydras, Zealots do a surprising amount of damage, and you get a ton of them, you run them in, and suddenly the Roach Hydra army just starts going down. So that is amazing right there. That's amazing. And Paddy has macroed back up. He's now to 76 workers. Mr. Kott going for 8 more workers, so he definitely wants to be up around 80. And the Zealot incursion trying to work here, but there's nothing to attack, and the Roaches are hot on their heels, so not really much going to be happening. We do have Ultralisks on the way, but Paddy, man, I mean, he's been building Immortals for the longest time. Or maybe these are just, these 2 Immortals have been alive for the longest time. Oh, don't feel like it. Alright, this one has been alive for a long time, 16 kills. This one's got no kills though, so I feel like he's a bit of a noob, bit of a newbie. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. So here we go, Roach Hydras. Kott staying with the Roach Hydra, and his creep is all over the place, which is a good thing, I suppose. But we only have 1 Colossus, and Paddy, man, I really feel like he could benefit from a second Robo facility here. He's only got 1. I feel like he really needs another one to start pumping out Colossus a bit faster. There we go. What, I must have missed that because it's so like 3/4 of the way built, but it is another Robo facility. These guys having a go, thinking about the 4th base, but Paddy is going to interject himself in there, and this is going to be good. We're going to see some beautiful storms coming down, dragging the Colossus in. Oh, this poor Colossus, man, goes down, but the Zealots once again moving into the army. The Roaches duck down, and the Hydras instantly like, you bastards, you just, oh man, and they all end up dying. The Roaches are supposed to be protecting the Hydras, but the first sign of trouble, the Roaches just burrow and get the hell out of there, and that is not how it's supposed to happen, man. And here we go, Roaches trying to get through there, trying to move in as fast as they can, but they're getting absolutely shredded, and a total of 3 of them are still alive, and they're just going for a scout, man. I'm not sure what they're hoping to see, though, because, I mean, you can assume at this point in the game that everything exists. I mean, they've seen, maybe they were looking for a fleet beacon or something like that. I'm not sure how that would change Mr. Kott's plan. No, his plan is for Ultralisks right now. And Ultralisks are going to be pretty awesome. Let's have a look at the upgrades. He does have 2 weapons. He does have 3 armor as well. It's not showing up here, but a little bit of them do fade out. And here we go, Zealots. They're going to be a bunch of workers that are going to die right here. Oh, where is he going? Dude, Paddy, man, go for this base. Oh, I think his opportunity's passed him by. Here he goes, moving in. The workers are going down, but a million lings coming in, and there is a couple of ultras as well. And wow, Paddy, he's going for Immortals and he's going for Void Rays, and they're good because they will shred the ultras. But at the same time, man, you need something to deal with that massive amount of lings. How many Colossus do you have? 3. That's good. A couple more would not be a bad idea. He's not building out of both Robo Bays either, man. You gotta get cracking on that. There we go. There's the second Immortal. So Ultras, I think he should be able to take care of Ultras. Oh, the base coming down, and Paddy doing an excellent job of keeping Mr. Kott defensively minded, of keeping him not from attacking Paddy's own base. So there we go. DT's going down. They're trying to escape, but they're completely surrounded by units, and somehow they actually managed to survive. Take out their base. There's another 300 minerals down the tube. Going for workers, and Kott is like, this is just bullshit, man. Finally, the DTs go down. They hit 1 DT. They must have thought that was the only one, but man. Man, oh man, oh man. They are being absolutely 100% positive they're taking all the DTs out now, but I think they've definitely got them. I think they've got them, so let us have a look. We got a couple of Void Rays, a whole lot of Immortals, bunch of Archons. The Archons should be able to deal with the Lings for the most part. Colossus will finish off the rest. We do have 5 Immortals, which are going to be great for the Ultras, and Void Rays as well. If Paddy manages to target the Ultras, then with the Void Rays, then it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fantastic. So here we go. We've got a bunch of Lings going everywhere and managing to find the space before the cannons get all the way up. That is going to be bad news. A single DT is going to be warping in there. We're scaring these guys away, and the DTs run off somewhere else. That was not a good idea. Oh, going for the Lings, one-shotting them as well, I think. Yes, the DT with 3 attack is going to be one-shotting them, but that's a lot of Lings, and this base is going to be owned right here. A couple of cannons at the back are going to be starting to wipe them out, but there's no way you can save this base. Absolutely no way at all. The main army was actually going to sort of save this, decided to double back to this, and then the next one went down, so they decided to double back over here. And meanwhile, the main army of Mr. Kott is coming through, and going to be absolutely annihilating everything. This is just beautiful, man. All of Paddy's bases are just getting absolutely owned right here. Absolutely owned. Although the main army, we'll see when the main army comes back whether Paddy can just start owning everything. I mean, he's got this base rebuilding. He's managed to save this base. And this base is still alive and mining happily, which I don't think Kott knows about at all. So he's lost a lot. But then again, I mean, those constant DT incursions have done quite a bit of damage as well. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I think Paddy may have it here. But then again, there's Ultras coming in, and they're on all sides. The Archons have to be hitting the right things. The Void Rays have to be hitting the right things. Void Rays hitting Hydras while the Ultras are going nuts. That is not a good play, but eventually they do go down, and that is it right here. Beautiful play. Paddy's got everything he needs to deal with the Ultras. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. A bunch of Hydras coming out, so Mr. Kott deciding that Hydras are going to be the way to go, because Ultras obviously got owned so badly it's not even funny. But yeah, all this creep going down. Paddy, I feel like there could be a couple of better targets out there than the creep, like bases and workers and stuff like that. Should probably be killing those. You are in the... Well, is he in the lead? That's the question. Army size is about even. What the hell has Kott got? He's got a ton of Hydras, and that's about it. So... And he's got 70. Do these take up 3? No, they take up 2. I don't know, Queens. And he's building a whole... He's building an Ultra as well. That takes up like 20 supply or something. So, yeah. Paddy, I feel like he's in a good position. I mean, Kott has more, but they're Hydras, man. And Paddy has a bunch of Colossus. He's got a bunch of Storms. So he's got the better tech right here. And right now he's just concentrating on the creep, though. And these Hydras, I feel like they don't want to attack directly. I feel like they want to go for the base and just sort of pull Paddy back, maybe. But they are going to be trying to go in. Managed to snipe the Observer. That could be quite messy right there for Paddy. He needs to get another Observer up. He does not have an Observer at all right now, and that means he can't push back the creep. And that is probably bad. Probably bad. Anyway, we do have a Spire coming down. Mr. Kott deciding that Corruptors may be the answer. Or Mutas, maybe. Mutas would be pretty good here. Void Rays aren't that good versus Mutas. He's definitely got enough gas. But he's going to be building a couple of Roaches first to sort of bulk up his ground army, and then maybe he'll go for the Mutas. He's definitely got the gas for it, but he does need a ton of minerals. And income for both players. I mean, Paddy, look at that, back up to 74, doing a great job at rebuilding his worker count. And Kott, not so much. He's just going for pure units here. Maybe hoping that this will give him a bigger total army, and in fact it does. He's up to 129. Although, I mean, Paddy could go up to 129 or close enough because he's still got a whole bunch of space left. So I don't know what the deal is with this. Is 129 plus 70. Oh, I see. He was building a ton of workers at that point. So that would be why. That would be why. So moving in, here we go. Bunch of storms going down on the Hydras. Bunch of big stuff going down on the Ultras. And of course, everything that shreds Ultras also shreds Roaches. So those are going to be going down. But the Hydra's getting in beautiful range on the Void Rays. They pushed out a little bit too far. They have paid the price. Now it's just the Colossus taking the Hydras down. The Immortals all getting shredded by Hydra Fire. And managing to finish it off. But Paddy's forces, man. The wrong units were hitting the wrong units. And as a result, he did take a lot of damage. Look at all these changelings coming down. Trying to attack them. And actually managed to kill them quite quick. They obviously doesn't take much to kill a bloody changeling. They don't have much health at all. So yeah, very, very nice. Paddy, I still say he's sort of in the lead. Kind of, maybe, sort of in the lead. but he's got to make something happen. He can't just wander around the base aimlessly, around the map aimlessly, just sort of taking out creep colonies. He's got to be hitting Kott nice and hard, and I would say he definitely should be taking out workers, as many workers as he can. Let's try and starve out Mr. Kott. Here we go. Oh, the Hydra's sniping the Colossus. That is not good. Oh, trying to storm it, but that storm was way off, man. Way off. Here we go. The Hydra's on the creep, man. That Immortal is going to go down, and they're just hit and run attacking, but the Immortal actually manages to survive by sort of jumping in with the main pack, trying to chase these guys, but they're just too far away. And Paddy, man, the only reason he's not going for bases right now is he's worried about this Hydra pack going for his own bases. Oh, storm, 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 storm. Give me the storm. There we go. And the Hydra's shredded, absolutely shredded by that storm. So there we go. They're going to be finished off. And Paddy, now is your moment. Go for something. Go for anything. Go and take some stuff out, really, because you really need to do something. Here we go. A couple of mutas on the map. Oh, there's a couple more mutas on the map. Kott has used up every spec of possible stuff he can use to go for a ton of mutas, and now Paddy, man, he needs to really pump up the anti-air production. He's got a bunch of Stalkers, he's got a bunch of Void Rays. That's not going to be enough. He needs massive amounts of things going on, and there we go. The muta's just going to be annihilating everything. The Colossus are just going to be running for it right here. He's going to be producing a ton of Phoenix. 2 at a time is not going to be enough to deal with this, man. The mutas will kill your entire army before you get anywhere close to having enough Phoenix to deal with this. I don't know what he can possibly do. I mean, he's only just researching Blink now, so that's, yeah. Well, although, I don't know if Blink would really help him. He just needs a massive amount of Stalkers, but even then, Stalker's just not going to do it, and yeah, he definitely needs a massive amount of Phoenix. There we go, 3 more Stargates coming out. That's close to what he needs. That's maybe what he needs. He just needs to pump out an incredible amount of Phoenix, and maybe he can hold on right there. But I have my doubts. I mean, we got 4 Phoenix versus 38 Mutalisks, and I would say to deal with this many mutas, you would need close to 20 Phoenix at the minimum. At the absolute minimum. I mean, theoretically, you could kite all of these guys with 1 Phoenix, but to have any real hope of taking them out, I'm going to say like 20 Phoenix or something like that. Something crazy like that. Although ground-wise, he's sending Zealots all over the place, and oh, the Fleet Beacon actually going down. Please do not tell me he actually built it there on purpose. That is hilarious. Oh, the DTs. They were trying to do something. They took out a lot of workers down to 51, but I think Kott may have the army he needs to win this game already built. This may be it right here. I mean, they got no upgrades, but it may be the army he needs already. It may be it, and all he needs to do is go over to these bases, start wiping out workers, and yeah, maybe he will finish it off. Just finish off the Paddy altogether. DT going nuts here, trying to take out this base. That will definitely deprive Kott of some gas income, which is very, very important. Bunch of Zealots in there as well. We've got a Phoenix army of about 13, continuously building more. And Kott, man, you've got the army, but do not let Paddy just sit back and macro up. He's being constantly pulled around the map, chasing Zealots. And meanwhile, Paddy is building up his massive Phoenix army. Oh, getting a little bit too close there, but he's going to be running away. And Kott has given Paddy a chance to get back into this game. He's given him free reign. He says, look, you know what? I'm going to give you a breather. Go ahead and build up 50 Phoenix. I'm just going to sit back here and chase your Zealots around the map. I mean, dude, get out there and start knocking some bases over. Start knocking some Stargates over. Start putting the damage. It may actually be too late for Kott to do that right now, because the fact is Phoenix counter mutas, and it's all a numbers game. And if the number of Phoenix is anywhere close to the number of mutas, then Kott is going down. And I mean, look at these guys. They got 2 shields, they got 1-1, and the mutas, I believe, have diddly squat in terms of upgrades. So as long as Paddy actually he's got a Fleet Beacon over there as well, so that's really nice. But the Phoenix are actually moving out there and going to be hitting some stuff as well, going to be taking out some workers. And Kott has not sent his mutas over into the enemy base at all. I mean, at all. So, oh, the Phoenix going in for some nice micro. Can they make it happen? Yes, the answer is yes. They're going a bit close there, and look how much damage they took just from going a little bit too close. But trying to make it happen when the Phoenix range, where's my Phoenix range? Range of the Phoenix weapon by 2, that is huge. That is amazingly huge. Once this comes out, I think it doesn't matter how many Phoenix Paddy has. He is going to be owning that Mutaforce so badly, it's not even funny. Where's my production tab? 4 more coming out. Here we go. The upgrade is out there, and look at the range on these guys. The mutas are going down, and Cott, instantly he's like, this is not working. This is just not working. He needs some Lings, but I think Lings at this point of the game, I mean, they're good against Phoenix, because the Phoenix are not going to be able to pick up every single Ling, but I mean, I just don't know. Oh, look at the Zealots. The Ling's going against Zealots. Finally wiping them out, and that's probably a good thing. Here we go. The Mutaforce finally going in. Finally having a crack at Paddy's base. And they're attacking the tech structures, though. So I suppose it's a good idea. You can take out all the Stargates. That'll be pretty good. But the Phoenix are going to be right up their ass. And the Mutas, suddenly they're just running straight in. But the Phoenix are just going to be kiting them all over the place. And Mutas are going to be dying by the droves right here. I just do not see Mr. Cott surviving this. I mean, pretty much 23 Mutas versus 23 Phoenix. And the Mutas are getting shredded right here. The Phoenix are the absolute counter to Mutas right here. And there is no doubt about it. With the upgrade, it's just even worse. Absolutely insanely worse. And there we go. The Mutas all starting to go down. And, I mean, there are a bunch of Lings coming in here, but look at all the DTs coming out. DTs are the absolute counter to Lings, man. I'm going to put that down right there. The best counter for Lings is DTs. I mean, I don't care about Colossus or Storm. It's DTs 100%. And all I can say is, Cott, you had it, man. You had a million Mutalisks, and Paddy had nothing. And you sat back and chased Zealots and let him macro up a huge Phoenix army. Dude! Not the way to do. You let the Zealots attack your bases. You get out a bunch of Lings, and meanwhile you send that huge Muta army over and you destroy your opponent. Destroy him. Get out a couple of Roaches or something to deal with the Zealots, man. They're pretty cheap. Just get a bunch of those and use the Mutas to destroy your base. Do not send that huge pack of Mutas flying around your base chasing a few Zealots. It's just, that's why he lost, man. All I can say is that is why he lost. But anyway, that's been the game. It was awesome. And congratulations to Paddy for an awesome victory right there. They almost got all of the bases in the entire map, but not quite. And I really like the way Paddy kept macroing up. Every single time he lost a ton of workers, boom, straight back up to 80. You just build a crap load of them. So didn't allow his economy to go too downhill. It kept building him up. And yeah, both players did that, man. So really great job. And yeah, thank you very much for watching this fan-submitted replay. As always, if you watch my channel and you have a replay which you think is awesome, please send it in, and I promise you I will cast it as soon as I can. But yeah, so yeah, send it in, I will cast it, and it will be awesome. So stay tuned. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.